And next we are going to start with the prepositions. Prepositions are the words that show relationship of noun or pronoun with other words in the sentence. Whenever we are talking about the word जो connection करता है, जो connect करता है noun या pronoun को दूसरे word से, कि वो चीज कब हुई, कौन सी जगह पे हुई और किस पोजीशन में हुई, that thing, that words are known as preposition grammatically. Basically वो हमें position बताता है, whether the position is about the time, place or a particular position. So whenever we are talking about the words that show the relationship between the noun and the pronouns, noun और pronouns की relationship बताता है, और जितने भी वर्ड्स लेफ्ट ओवर हैं सेंटेंस के अंदर, दे आर दोज पर्टिकुलर वर्ड्स आर कॉल्ड preposition in grammar. So prepositions are basically based on the three things. What are those three things? Time, place and position. We need to talk about these three basic things in the preposition. We need to talk about the time, we need to talk about the place, and at the last we need to talk about the position of that particular object or anything in the sentence. Okay, so today we are going to start with the preposition of time. Preposition of time states when that particular action took place. जिस भी एक्शन की, जो भी चीज की हम बात कर रहे हैं, जो भी एक्शन की बात कर रहे हैं, when that action has taken place, वो कब हुआ है काम, वो चीज के बारे में जब भी हम बात करेंगे, we need to talk about the preposition of time. We have some of the words which are known as preposition and which belong to the family of preposition of time, and here I have written some of them for you. So first we will talk about the preposition in. In is used for the larger period of time such as month, year or century. जब भी हम बड़े पीरियड के बाद, लॉन्ग पीरियड की बात करते हैं, लार्ज पीरियड की बात करते हैं, we need to talk about the preposition in. How? For example, अगर मैं month की बात करूं, she was born in the month of May. Okay, so May की बात करें, so I am talking about the whole month. I am not talking about the particular date or particular time. I am talking about the whole month. So whenever I am talking about the whole thing, which is not particular, so we need to talk about the preposition in. So next we have the thing year. अगर मैं year की बात करती हूँ, here I have written example. She was born in 2019. So I am talking about the whole year. In this year, that particular child was born. So okay, so are you able to understand? I am not pinpointing, or I am not focusing on a particular point of time. I am just talking about the whole time, the whole year. Okay, so next I have the century. This World War happened in this century, or 19th century, or we can say 17th century or 20th century, any century. If I talk about the whole century, I am not talking about the particular point of time. I am talking about the whole scenario, that at this time this would have happened. Okay, so next I have, and one more thing that you need to keep in mind very specifically is, it is also used for the parts of days. हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि ये सिर्फ होल ईयर की बात करता है, या होल मंथ की बात करता है, या होल सेंचुरी की बात करता है, but it also talk about the parts of days. For example, I woke up in the morning. So in here states the morning, the whole morning. So I'm not particularly defining or I'm not particularly stating that I woke up at 9 o'clock. So I'm not saying particular time कि हाँ मैं इस time पे उठती हूँ. I am just mentioning the whole morning. And next we have the whole afternoon or the whole evening. But you need to remember, you cannot use in the word the particular preposition in with the night, dawn, dusk, because with these we need to talk about we need to use at with these this time, this particular time, which is night, dawn or dusk. Next we have the preposition on. On is used with days, dates, or we can say days followed by the parts of the days. For example, if I talk about the days, okay, on Monday, I will come to your place on Monday. So I am pinpointing particularly Monday, so I will not use in there. What I will use think about the preposition in, and if I'm talking about the particular days or dates, I need to say the particular preposition which is on. Okay, so days. For example, I will come at your place or I will come to your home on Monday. If I talk about the date, particular date की अगर मैं बात करती हूँ, I will come or I will reach Mumbai on 17th of October. So I am particularly mentioning कि हाँ मैं इस date पर पहुँच जाऊँगी. So I will use on. Or we can say days followed by the parts of days. अब एक day की अगर मैं बात करती हूँ, तो in that particular day we have the parts of days also, like the morning is a part of day, afternoon is a part of day, and evening is a part of day. So if we talk about a part of day, if we talk about the day and its parts also, so for example, if I say my flight will land on Monday morning. So on Monday morning, so I am particularly mentioning the part of the day. Yes, I am mentioning Monday, but along with that, I am mentioning the part of the day, that whether I will reach there by morning, by night, or by afternoon. So whenever you need to talk about the days, dates, or days followed by the parts of days, you need to mention the particular preposition which is on. I hope you have understood the difference between in and the on. In in, you need to talk about the larger parts or the larger period of time, and in on, you need to focus on the days, and the parts of days that is followed by the days. Next, we have the preposition of at. At defines the point of time. These three are interlinked with each other. How? Because whenever I am talking about the larger period of time, I need to think that I need to use in. And अभी ये सबसे बड़ा, ये उससे छोटा और इससे छोटा, हम ऐसे करके इसको मान लेते हैं कि जब हम सबसे बड़े की बात करेंगे तो we need to talk about the years, centuries or the month. But if I need to talk about the days, dates, okay, so I need to talk about the on. So सबसे बड़ा in, उसके बाद on, and then I will talk about the at. At is particular time. जैसे मैं बोलूँ, she was born in 2019 on 9th of October at 6 o'clock. So are you able to just think, or are you able to link three of them, that I am mentioning year with the preposition in. Again, what I am doing is I am mentioning the day कि वो इस date को पैदा हुई, that was on. And if I am pinpointing the particular time in that particular day or date, I need to use the preposition at. Again, I am repeating. For example, if I talk about any girl or any boy, that boy, she was or he was born in 1995. So I am using in 1995. So in here states 1995 is a year. So here in is denoting the 1995, the whole year. If again I need to talk about the day, कि मैं day की बात करती हूँ, तो I will say on 9th of October he was born. So I am mentioning a particular day on 9th of October. And again, if I talk about the time, at what time he was born, so I will say he was born at 8:40 a.m. So what I am doing is I am using in with a year, on with a particular date, and at with a particular time, कि इस time पे वो इंसान पैदा हुआ था. Okay, so I hope you have understood the difference between in, on, and at. They are interlinked with each other. Whenever you are talking about the year, you need to use the in. Whenever you are talking about particular day or date, you need to talk about the particular preposition which is on. And whenever you are talking about the point of time, particular point of time, then you need to use the particular preposition which is at. And next, coming to the next preposition which is from and to. From and to work in a pair. You cannot use from separately or to separately. You need to combine them, and then you are able to use them in a sentence. How? ये हमको हमेशा define करता है कोई भी चीज कब शुरू हुई और उसका कब end हुआ. From this to this, कि वो यहाँ से from is used for a particular time when that particular action started, and to is used with the time when that particular action has been finished. तो जब starting, beginning और end की बात होती है, we need to use the preposition from and to. How it works? For example, if I talk about a particular starting point and the ending point, I started working from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So मैंने from 2 o'clock से starting करी and then 2 o'clock तक I have finished my work. So from and to are interlinked with each other. You cannot use them separately. You cannot use it at once. To with अलग चीज and from with अलग चीज. You need to put them together and then it will give you a proper meaning in the sentence. And next we have the word since and the for. If we talk about the word or the preposition since or for, you need to keep in mind one basic thing whenever you are talking. I am just talking about both of the preposition together just because I want you to understand the difference between the two. Why? Because whenever both of them are used with the perfect in the perfect tense and the perfect continuous tense. But the basic difference between two of them is that for is used for the particular duration and since is used for the particular point of time when that particular action has been started. वो चीज कब start हुई है? For example, if I talk about the since, I have been working for you, or another example I can give you, I have been teaching you since Monday or since January. मैं particular time बता रही हूँ कि मैं January से start किया मैंने पढ़ाना. So whenever I am talking about the action, at what point of time that action has been started, so I need to use the preposition since. I need to use a preposition of time, which is since, whenever you are talking about any action which has been started at particular time. So starting point की जब हम बात करते हैं कि ये चीज इस time पे शुरू हुई थी, so I need to use a preposition since, particularly since, not for. Again मैं फिर से for की बात करूं, I have the same. I have written same definition for them because for is also used in the perfect tense and the perfect continuous tense. But the basic difference here states it talks about the starting point of the action and it talks about the duration of time. जिस टाइम के बीच में वो एक्शन हुआ है. Okay, so it is something which talks about the duration and since is something which talks about the starting point of that particular action. For example, here I have given you the example कि I have been teaching you since January. But अगर मुझे इसमें बात करनी होगी तो मैं बोलूंगी I have been teaching you for last 2 hours. मैं आपको last 2 hours से पढ़ा रही हूँ. So here I am mentioning the duration, but in since you need to talk about the particular starting point of that particular action, not the duration. So जब भी हम duration की बात करते हैं, we need to talk about the particular for, and if we talk about the starting point of an action, we need to talk about the since. I hope you all have understood the conjunctions, and after that we have started with the preposition, and I hope that you have understood the prepositions too. If you have any doubt or any query regarding preposition or the preposition of time that we have done today, you may write us in the comment section and we will try to solve it as soon as possible. Stay tuned and just like our channel, just subscribe it, just press on the bell icon, and stay safe, stay home, be happy, take care.